Okay, so although our stocks are performing very well today, we see some possible top signals about to materialize. Now, this could be the excuse the market needs to correct again, which would open up space for some opportunities, especially in the stocks that are already stretched. So, let's see what's going on over here in this video. If you don't know me, well, my name is Nathan. It's a pleasure to see you guys over here. This is the Finance Hydra channel where you receive daily market analysis without bias and without guesswork, just focusing on technical evidence. So welcome or welcome back to the Finance Hydra channel. Now, as we can see here, the SPY is materializing a bearish reaction today. It is not a very strong one, but it is still correcting minus 0.30% roughly today. We are making a very small bearish candlestick pattern, suggesting some uncertainty, yes, of course. However, the trend is still bullish, so we are still in a relatively safe position, right? If you allow me to use such word in this context. Nathan, what's the most important key point over here? The most important support level, 565. Only by losing this key point, 565, the SPY will start to show some problems over here, suggesting a sharper correction, all right? If we lose the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average over here on the daily chart, then okay, we are gonna probably trigger a sharper correction on the weekly chart again, all right? The bullish bias, long-term speaking, is still intact, all right? As far as I know, we could easily correct all the way down to the 21-week EMA, and that's okay. The bullish bias will persist. All right, so these are the most important support levels for us to watch right here, right now. So far, the SPY is still maintaining its bullish bias. We are trying to retest the all-time high again. Meanwhile, we see the QQQ breaking the previous resistance level 484, making a very nice bullish reaction. In this scenario, our next technical target is the gap over here, 493. All right, Nathan, what if we lose the 484 again? What if we make a crystal clear bearish reaction closing below 484? Okay, we are gonna frustrate this bullish sentiment, possibly triggering a sharper correction to our next support level. Maybe the 476, maybe the 21-week day EMA over here. This double support level should be our next technical support area for the QQQ if we actually materialize a top signal. Unlike the SPY, it is not making a clear bearish reaction, all right? So this is not a top signal yet. It could be maybe tomorrow, but right now we are still stabilizing above our support level at 484. When we take a look at the 1-hour chart over here, we see the QQQ surfing the 21-hour EMA over here, all right? Which is acting as a reliable support level for us since September 11 over here, all right? Therefore, we are still maintaining the bullish bias, no big surprises over here. I know it is a quite weak reaction, right? The SPY is making a bearish candlestick pattern. The QQQ is leaving a quite annoying shadow above the candlestick's body today. However, we are still maintaining the bullish bias because we are still above many critical support levels on the daily and hourly chart. All right, now our stocks are performing quite well today. We see Nvidia up roughly 2% today, breaking the $120 resistance level, leaving this key point behind, triggering a classic bullish pivot point over here, making a higher high, higher low, one of the best bullish chart structures ever. I mean, this is the best bullish chart structure we could have possibly asked for in this scenario. Now, Nvidia has a crystal clear resistance level around the 130s up here. Now, if we see a pullback on Nvidia, any short-term pullback to the 120 again, along with the 21-hour EMA over here, could be just another harmless pullback. All right, a short-term pullback. The bullish bias is still intact, and that is going to be very difficult for Nvidia to actually frustrate this bullish sentiment over here. We would need to make a very strong bearish reaction closing below the 120 in order to endanger this bullish sentiment over here. Of course, there is a chance that this is gonna happen. However, so far there is no technical evidence supporting this scenario. Therefore, trading is reactive, it is not predictive. The 120 is our most important support level right now, the previous resistance level, now support level, following the principle of polarity in technical analysis. Tesla is right now going up, it is trying to retest the 265, our major. This one, 265, is Tesla's main nemesis over here, because on the weekly chart, making a long-term reading over here, this key point was a previous resistance level in December 2023. We collapsed over here for many months. After recovering, we found a resistance level in this area again this year, in July this year, and we failed miserably in breaking this key point. Now, we are reacting again. We are making a promising reaction right now, by the way, about to retest this resistance level again for the third time. If we break the 265, Tesla will at the same time break a resistance level and trigger another bullish pivot point on the weekly chart. This is gonna be the first bullish pivot point since May last year, right? When we did this bullish leg over here. Therefore, 265, it is our major resistance level over here. Now, Nathan, what if we start collapsing over here? What if we trigger a sharper correction on Tesla? Any correction to our next support levels would not endanger the mid-term bull trend. In fact, could present just another buying opportunity, and we have multiple support levels to work with. We have the 245, the previous gap resistance level over here, which was broken 2 days ago. This key point is another technical support level. Below this key point, we have a triple support level made by the purple trend line, made by the 21-day EMA, made by the $233, which was a previous support and resistance level multiple times. Support level over here, September 19, resistance level here, 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 here again, and support level again on July 12 this year. This is another classic example of the principle of polarity in technical analysis. Previous support levels are gonna work as future resistance levels and vice versa. And guys, of course, if you really wanna master all these concepts, just take a look at our ebook over here, which is free to download, all right? Here, you'll find all the concepts of support and resistance levels, how to trade them, and how to use them in conjunction with other technical evidence. Come and learn with us how to trade professionally without guesswork, without stress, always using strategy, always using risk management. This is the best way to persevere in the market through study and dedication. So just join the 5% project and get your ebook for free. Link in the video's description. All right, now back to Tesla over here. We see that it is still maintaining the bullish bias, no big surprises over here. There is not a single top signal, there is not a single bearish reaction suggesting a possible pullback. All right, now AMD, this one hit our target, all right, 162, a major resistance level. This one was a target of ours since of the 5% project, since it did trigger this Harami candlestick pattern. Even if you are a conservative trader and have waited for the next day to close above this Harami's pattern, you would still perform more than 13% in just 2 weeks. Therefore, this is how you trade using a crystal clear strategy, all right? We don't have to stress ourselves with this market because we can't predict the market, we can't control the market. However, we can control our strategy, we can use risk management, all right? Therefore, remember, 5% project. Okay, target hit. Now Now what? Well, there is no top signal here yet. If we see one, a pullback to the 21-day EMA or even to the 148 would be totally normal, expected, and even desirable, because those who missed buying AMD over here, well, could have a second chance of buying around this support level with a good risk-reward ratio. Therefore, if we see pullback, great. What if we break this key point? Then AMD will trigger a crystal clear bullish pivot point on the weekly chart, suggesting a further recovery to our next technical resistance level, 174, this gap resistance level over here. All right, now Palantir is looking very good. Now guys, before I forget, allow me to say something to you over here. My wife and I have doctor's appointment next week. All right, we are totally fine. Okay, we just like to have a routine checkups once a year to check our health. All right, so no video on Wednesday, next Wednesday. All right, however, I will set up with you a live stream next Tuesday. All right, after the market closes around at 5 p.m. EST. Almost the same time I release my videos anyway. The content will be the same. I will take the opportunity to answer any questions you might have. We are gonna talk and exchange ideas. It will be a pleasure to have you guys with me on our first live stream next Tuesday, 5 p.m. EST, 1 hour after the market closes. All right, do we have a deal? I think it is going to be a very nice opportunity to talk to you guys and analyze some stocks. Meanwhile, we see Palantir almost triggering a top signal. Yesterday, we had a very ugly bearish reaction, rejecting the previous day's bullish reaction over here by losing and closing below this candle's low, yesterday's low. We are gonna materialize a top signal. However, today, we are frustrating this bearish reaction. We are rejecting this top signal. Therefore, no top signal for now. If we see one, we have the 21-day EMA, we have the $33.13 as our next support levels. Therefore, pullbacks are no reason for us to panic. Instead, could be just another buying opportunity. Therefore, let's see how Palantir is gonna behave in the next few days. So far, okay, this top signal was not materialized. If we see, great. If we don't, it is gonna just continue its bullish sentiment to our next resistance level, $45, the all-time high as seen over here on the weekly chart. NIO is making a very nice, strong bullish reaction this week, rejecting any possibility of a bearish reaction. We are triggering another bullish pivot point over here, and I already told you guys this. $6.05. That's NIO's next technical target. As long as we don't see any top signal, as long as we don't see any bearish reaction, as long as we don't see any technical evidence suggesting that NIO is not going to get there, well, this is our next technical target, period. Very simple situation. Do we see a top signal right now today? No, this is not a plausible, reliable top signal yet. Even if we see one, the 21-day EMA is going to be our next technical support level. Meanwhile, super microcomputer, this one is very interesting because it is still bearish, it is still making lower highs, lower lows. However, we are right now struggling to break the 21-day EMA. By breaking this key point, I see super microcomputer free to retest our next resistance levels like 513 to close this open gap over here. However, right now, we don't see super microcomputer closing above its 21-day EMA. In fact, this key point over here is acting as a resistance level for us for 3 days straight. Therefore, it is a critical situation for this stock. Only by materializing a good bullish breakout, we are gonna actually reverse this bearish sentiment and seek higher levels. Otherwise, unfortunately, this one will just continue to collapse. And in this scenario, our next technical support level is gonna be the 376. and $57. I'm so sorry. The previous top level over here from August last year. All right. Therefore, let's pay extra attention on how this one is gonna behave around its critical resistance level. Of course, I'll be here every single day to keep you guys updated on these stocks and more. Therefore, again, consider subscribing this channel because here you will receive daily analysis without bias, without assumptions, guesswork, gut feelings, right? These words don't exist to us. We only focus on charts, facts, and technical evidence. So subscribe to this channel in order to keep in touch with our daily analysis, and click the like button to support me as well. I highly appreciate your support, my dear friends. Thank you very much. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow.